packed in my job and bought my first ever narrowboat. 2 days after the purchase, we found some huge flooding under the floorboards. So we've spent the last 2.5 years completely ripping everything out so that we can rectify the bilges, and at the same time taking this opportunity to rebuild it into our dream home. And then off to hit every single river and canal on the UK network. So while we're focusing on really negative things again, do you remember that tiny little crash that I had on the narrowboat? Well, that had led to a pretty horrific tear on our new covers on the front here. Yeah, we'd only literally had them 2 months. God, is he going on about his covers again? Yes, he is. Sorry, guys. But if you could in any way make a positive from it, we did, and we decided to get some lovely, high-grade, sparkly new narrowboat covers, front and rear. One company that really jumped out to our attention was a company under the name of Titan. Because of the quality of the materials used on their products, the attention to detail, the customer service, God, the list goes on. And a biggie for us was that they had a really, really high quality repair service. So if these ever go wrong again and we have a crash, they can easily be fixed and look brand new again pretty much. So today we're heading back up to Titan, and can you guess why? They just weren't fully finished. So it's the big day, guys. Back to Titan boat canopies. Just to get this little bit here corrected. I don't know if corrected's the right term. If you remember, they cut out this lovely little area for where we're going to store our video camera, and then there's a little bit here as well on the side too. So we're just going to get that stitched up and see how they're all getting on up there. As a lot of you know, we're at a race against time to get the BSS done. That's the narrowboat's MOT. And in order for it to pass, the gas system on the narrowboat really needs to be linked up to a boiler. Yeah, some of you may remember that the Maverick discovered a leak in the hot water tank, which is connected to the boiler back in July 2021. So this can mean only one thing. I think I'm going to get Bex to learn how to become a plumber in the space of about 2 weeks. Yep, I have Crobot verified her as a professional adult plumber now. She's installed the new hot water tank, the calorifier, and she's currently in the process of linking it all up to the Audi boiler in the kitchen.
So it is time to don my plumbing hat once again and do the last length of pipe that is going to connect the calorifier to the main water supply. Now, I'm not actually planning on connecting this fully up just yet until the calorifier, I keep calling it the calorifier, until the calorifier is actually plumbed into a heating source, i.e. the engine or the boiler, whatever happens with that. But I just want to run the length of pipe so it's all in position, ready to go for when that time comes around. I think what I'm going to do is actually start at the other end and feed the pipe in from that way, because there's a bit more space for the massive reel to inhabit as I'm feeding it through than there is going from this end. So yeah, let's take it down there and get cracking. I'm gonna squeeze my way through here. Oh. Whew.
Let's try and work out how to get this gigantic contraption off, because I think it's a little bit more technical than the old one. I think I can do it. Should all be pretty straightforward. Hot from the spiders. There's a big one living in here somewhere. I think she's a queen. If there was ever a place for the queen to house her nest, it would be in the fresh new Titan boat canopy, wouldn't it? In one of the seams. I love the seams, if you remember me teaching you in the last episode. Maybe get all the poppers off first. I'm a bit worried about putting my hand in here. There's a falsie lives in here somewhere. This is where it's going to bite me, if anywhere. Yeah, we've got a false widow that likes to emerge from the horn. Only taking her home away for a little bit.
Now I'm hoping that this section will be a lot easier than the previous section, which, if you remember rightly, was a nightmare, because all the holes are already in place in the walls for me to just feed it through, and it's just one straight long piece of pipe, so it's just going to be a bit of wriggling around, but fingers crossed it should go smoothly. So yeah, wish me luck. Just to give you a run through, this is where I'm going to be connecting the new bit of pipe to. And whilst we're on this, thank you very much to everyone who mentioned in the comments about this little stopcocky valvey turny thingy. That's what's always been installed in the boat. So, but I know a lot of you have said that they can have a tendency of being a bit leaky, and that you're better to have this kind of levery ones. So I was thinking that maybe what I'll do is when the water tank next runs out, maybe look at replacing it then, because at the minute it's quite full, and so we just have splurgy water everywhere if I tried to change that over for the minute. So, but thank you very much for mentioning that. All of your experience and knowledge is really, really useful, so thanks.
It's hot. It's a hot day today. I'm actually really surprised at how easy these canopy covers came off. But can he get them back on? That's the question.
To carry on the rundown, I'm going to be connecting my new bit of pipe from the filter here, and it's going to run along the floor just here, just on top of where our big fat white pipes are. I'm going to go through here into the cupboard. We all know how much I love the cupboard. Why not just try and break our back a little bit more, you know, just in case I hadn't quite mastered that the last time. And from there, it's going to come through to the bed. And this is all hidden away at the minute by ballast, but if you can just see down here, try and get my finger in the shot there, it's going to run all the way along the floor here, past this ballast into the bathroom. Along the floor under here and through the wall at the bottom. Into the back room, where it'll come through here, run along the bottom here and feed into this little bad boy. See, I have got the right one here. So when the water supply is connected, it will come in here, it will fill up our calorifier ready for warming, and then it'll carry on before it tees off here and it comes back to feed the cold water supply for the bathroom sink, the kitchen sink and the shower as well. But then from there it carries on up where it feeds into our mixer valve, so we can set the temperature that we want for the output water, for the heated water. As the calorifier warms the water, that will then feed through here. It has an expansion tank vessel attached to it, so if there is an excess of pressure in the calorifier, the expansion tank acts to absorb that and thus protect this tank essentially. And then as hot water is required by us through one of the taps, it will feed down here, down the wall here, come back away, and this line will take us round and allow us to wash. Woo! In hot water. How exciting is that, guys? What an accomplishment that feels like.
The amount of effort Bex has put in to trying to get this new calorifier linked up to the Audi boiler. But let's not focus on the negatives again. Let's focus on the positives. Let's focus on Titan boat canopies. We're a positive narrowboat channel, are we? We are. It just all has a habit of going a little bit wrong. So here we go, in the heart of Huntington, Titan boat canopies. Steve's busy out on a job today, so we've got the pleasure of working with Jack and Tony. The problem is we don't quite know how long this is going to take, and we're a bit worried of leaving the canopies off because of all that water that we've had in the bilges in the past. Yeah, it always seems to find a little area on the weldet where it trickles down into the bilges. Lovely.
To the very corner, doesn't it?
So it looks like it's already functioning. Yeah. We could just hot knife to get that edge sealed, and then just run a band of sewing around there, and that will just seal it up nicely. What is it you're after with that? Is that just
Sort of fit it on around the angle.
fine? Okay. Give us an hour and it'll be done.
Oh, brilliant. All technical stuff here. The popper procedure, we're going to call it.
So what we're going to do is put an open fill in, so we'll get another bit of the canvas here, and then because that's sat at an angle, we can just sew that in, so it's like a piece of cake that sits underneath of that angle, and that just seals it up.
So that's just burning it and sealing the seam, is it?
That's it, so just sealing that edge off, just so it doesn't fade.
I've done that on like road and stuff with your lighter. And then you press it with your thumb and you're
So what we're going to do is just strip this binding edge back, do a neat job, and then we can bind it all back up again.
You might ask, why was this not all done when they first came up to see us? We'd be very lucky for it to be correct the first time. It always needs a little tweak. Behold the tweaking procedure. So it's basically just taking it all to bits again. Modification. Next up, after Tony had decided to completely dismantle our lovely new covers, they're not dismantled. He's making them better. We come to the sewing procedure. Bloody hell. That looks a bit... Oh, it's meant to do that. That's quick. So fingers crossed this will stop it from fraying. I mean, it will stop it from fraying. No fingers crossed needed. Bex will be on the front cover of it. Is that your dream, Bex? To be on the front cover?
Your dream.
He's going to pop the lifter dots back in. Lifter dot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and then we should be all good to put our canopy back on. So, get it all back together again. It's learning.
go on, you have a go.
Yeah? And then from the top, I reckon. Off. There we go. Oh, I feel like that special kid at school.
Mama, done the thing!
All this has gone back on. Look at that. I mean, the quality here, guys, is next to none. You can just tell. Wow. Beck's doing the washing up.
Well, I thought it was the least I could do. Wash our cups up and then the rest.
You're a celebrity, Bex. Celebrities don't wash up the dishes.
Yeah, that's sorted that right out. Perfect.
We're quite looking forward to having a crash with the new canopy cover and then coming in and seeing how Titan deal with a repair job, aren't we?
Speak for yourself.
Okay. Let's
Here we go.
And put them on the Whistling Wombat. Eh? Let's see if they fit or we'll have to come back. I love coming to Titan.
Well, good in here. We love it in here.
Yeah, it looks good. Cheers, guys. Take care. Thankfully, we didn't have to wait weeks and weeks for this. They literally took an hour and we're all set to go. Lovely sparkling new Titan boat canopies. Mine. All mine. Well, 50% mine, 50% Bex's. What a lovely bunch, aren't they?
Oh, they're gorgeous in
Such a little family in there. All so friendly and helpful.
We could not recommend these guys enough. So anyone out there needing a boat canopy cover, get yourselves down to Titan. They'll sort you right out and they're so lovely with it. So
Nothing seems too painstaking and difficult. They just want to help, don't they?
they've got like a wealth of knowledge as well, which is just invaluable. So yeah,
highly recommended. Titan.
we give them 5 stars out of 5 stars.
All right, let's get them on. Come on, I want to get one. So because Bex is like doing all the sort of DIY work and I'm barely doing anything these last sort of months, sort of said to Bex to film me just carrying the canopy covers. So this week I'm carrying the canopy covers and you can watch me trying to get it back on again. And you wonder why they're never moving. The thing is, there's like so many other narrowboat channels. Some are moving, you know, well, they're all moving. Our one, we just don't move. You know, we just stay here, don't we?
No, we move from side to side.
No, this is just our take on it. Give her back her nest. Pulsey lives in our horn. So while I put that on, let's take you back to Bex and her pipes.
She is. Boom. Just need to whack a little pipe insert in there, chop it down to size, and then go and cut the other end.
So again, I'll be doing this technical procedure all by myself. easy. It was surprising how easy this was actually. I didn't think I could do it by myself, but yeah, no, just went straight on. Lovely. Bit of advice, just be a little bit careful because spiders like to climb on these sort of areas. Give the queen her home back. Queen spider, mother spider. Yeah, just be a little bit cautious because these areas are prone to spiders, and yeah, you don't want to touch one or get one on your hand, do you? There we go. That was easy. There we go. All lovely stitched up. The other part of the seam that you extended, as you can see, so it sits under there. Awesome. Good job, Titan boat canopies. So this, in theory, is what you could have it like in the summer, like a gazebo. All the air breathing through.
Right, and so now I'm just going to chop this down. And like I say, I'm not actually going to connect it up for the moment until the calorifier is properly plumbed into its heat source. But it'll all be raring to go when that time comes, which will hopefully be very, very soon.